Whether I'm in a coffee shop or in the exam room with a family and their pet, one of the most common questions that I get is how can I find a good dog trainer? Most people that have come to me have already been to dog trainers, right? And they're feeling frustrated. So I want to give you all the deets you need to find the best dog trainer for your dog. That's me. Ever since I was a teenager, I have been training, whether it's my dog or my horse or my cat, right? And this was my very first Rottweiler. You can see us showing obedience. We also did some tracking and some herding. And I've been really honest on social media about the way that I trained this particular dog. She taught me about forgiveness for sure, and the resilience of dogs and their ability to learn despite our bad habits and training them. Luckily, by the time I got to my second and third Rottweiler and my horse and my cat, I was much more skilled in positive reinforcement methods, and it was a much smoother ride. So, what can you do to find the right dog trainer? First of all, let's separate out experience and skill. You can have 20 years experience, but if you've been doing it wrong the entire time, that is pointless. We don't want to hire that person, right? We need someone with some experience and someone also with measurable skill. Remember that dog trainers are not regulated in the US. They're not licensed. It is a free for all. So we're going to look for those trainers who have leveled up their game by applying for a voluntary certification. All certifications are not created equal. So let's go over some of those. Karen Pryor Academy is one of my absolute favorites because they require that the person show a skill in training an animal and also that they're able to pass an exam. Donaldson's Academy for Dog Trainers is another great one where skill is shown via video and also an exam is necessary. The International Association of Animal Behavior Consultants is a good one. PPG, the Pet Professional Guild, has a certification, and also CCPD, which is the Certification Council for Professional Dog Trainers. Look, these are not all created equal, but if your dog training professional has any of these, then you know that they have made that extra effort to learn more. Some of these organizations, such as Karen Pryor, also regulate their members' actions. PPG is the same. So only members who are fully committed to positive reinforcement humane training can be a part of those associations. So think about what's important to you, check them all out, and then interview the trainers in your area that have these certifications. There's some things that you can absolutely ask a dog training professional and check for before you hire someone. Number one, we don't want a dog training professional who is giving you medical advice. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's just a supplement or change the diet. Here's the thing. There is a connection between your dog's gut and their brain. There is a connection between what supplements they take and their wellness. And if that dog training professional doesn't have some sort of certification in nutrition or isn't a veterinarian, be careful about taking their advice. Many times I have had an outside professional recommend a supplement that directly interacted with a medication the pet was on. Supplements are not benign. They're really helpful, but they're not benign. So we want someone who can stay in their own lane. We want someone who will communicate with your veterinarian. Maybe they notice that your dog is limping. We want them to feel confident calling up that veterinarian saying, hey, this is what I told the family about the dog's pain level, and I'm sending them back to you. That's just being professional. We're not going to go with anyone who guarantees their dog's behavior. I can't guarantee that my computer will turn on tomorrow, and it is a machine. How could I possibly guarantee the behavior of a sentient being with a brain? As soon as someone says a guarantee of the pet's behavior, hang up the phone and call someone else. We want dog training professionals who are using science-based positive reinforcement methods. Look, dog training is like religion and politics. Everybody's got an opinion and everyone's steadfast in their opinion. And you can have an opinion, have one. But science is science. Either you're going to follow the most up-to-date scientific methods or you're not. And I want a professional training my dog who knows what is new and best and science based. And if you're a veterinarian watching this video, I hope you are following the veterinary standard of care, which is to follow the science, which is to use positive reinforcement methods. The research is overwhelming. It's not a matter of opinion. Next, I want to make sure I'm working with someone who's kind and professional. If they're blaming you and shaming your family, hang up the phone and walk away. Now, you have a responsibility for your pet, but responsibility is not the same as fault. And shame and blame are not going to help you, and they're not going to help your pet either. We want someone who's respectful. Do they show up on time? We want someone who's professional. Are they taking selfies of them with your dog while you're not home and they're supposed to be training your dog? We want that professional person. I want someone who can tell me the last 2 lectures, webinars, conferences that they attended. I don't want a professional who's not staying up to date and learning from others. And I definitely don't want a dog trainer that uses a pinch, choke, or shock collar. We need someone up to date. We need someone science based so that your dog can learn in the fastest way possible while doing the least amount of harm. Look, back to these methods. Methods matter. Some methods can do harm and make it harder for people like me, veterinary behaviorists, to really help your pet in the future. Again, have your opinion. However, the science is overwhelming that dogs trained with positive reinforcement have fewer behavior problems. They play more in training situations. They have higher trainability scores than those trained with positive punishment, which is punishment that inflicts pain or fear or anxiety on the pet. The pets who were trained with positive reinforcement also learned more quickly and had less aggression and fear. Who doesn't want that? When you're looking for a dog training professional, we want someone that has a certification, has some experience as well, uses positive reinforcement methods, communicates with your veterinarian, stays in their own lane, and can tell you how they're learning from others on a regular basis. Good luck.